So at the Rhythms on the Runway official launch 2024, I made the Kente edition. Like I am super intrigued by the person standing closer to me. I mean the brain behind the brand, the 1957. And the Rhythms on the Runway, and it's none other than our very own, the popular KOD, simply KOD. How are you?
Well, how are you?
I'm great. I'm great. Like, I mean, I'm taking your footsteps tomorrow, so I should be fine. Or what do you think?
Yes, you'll be fine.
Right. So, yeah, the brain behind the Rhythms on the Runway, we've seen it occurring over the past 14 years, if I'm right. Last year was the Okyere edition, and this year is the Kente edition. What led to the name Kente edition this year?
Once you think about Kente, there's only one country that comes to mind. It's Ghana. And, you find Kente in Ivory Coast, in La Côte d'Ivoire, you find it in Benin and Togo as well. But predominantly, Ghana is known for our Kente. And, Kente comes with different elements of colors, patterns and yarns and what have you, coming together to form one very beautiful cloth. And that's what we represent as a people, as Ghanaians. And being a very special time for us, especially knowing that we're going to the polls, apart from our political differences, wherever we belong in terms of ethnic groups and what have you, we're one very beautiful people. So we're using the space of fashion and music to unite Ghanaians. Essentially, that's why we chose Kente.
Right. So, one thing I always say is that Ghana, we are not really in tune with when it comes to the world of fashion, but you've been consistently doing fashion rhythms on the runway. What has been that driving that has kept you over the past 14 years?
First of all, I disagree with you. I mean, saying that we're not in tune with fashion. No, I totally disagree. We've had some amazing fashion designers.
Well, the reason I said that is, you remember recently, even at the Teleso Ghana Music Awards, you came out to speak about the people stand out on the red carpet.
Well, that's a different conversation because, I mean, if you're going on the red carpet, you want to look good, you probably need someone to make some great outfits for you. You have to pay for it. Unless if there's a brand that thinks you'd add something to who or what they are and decide to make clothes for you. But apart from that, there's a monetary component to it. So, but that's a totally different conversation. I mean, we've had the greats of the likes of the great Kofi and Maoli Kofi, Okujeto, Ajedu of Shaves, my big brother Kofi Nti. Great fashion designers, Ikia Buzia, Ophelia Crossland, just name them. So I think as a country we have some really amazing talents in terms of fashion, right from independence to date. And the motivation is, we know quite a number of people who are out of fashion school every year. Awesome fashion designers who are creating new patterns and new designs every year. For Rhythms on the Runway, it's a platform. It started as a family business. It became a Ghanaian business, if you want to put it that way. It's a Pan-African movement right now. We have people coming in from the States for this year's event, from Tunisia, from Morocco, different parts of the continent. I mean, once you're of African heritage or you're connected to the African space, this is your platform. So that's the motivation, the fact that we get to showcase everything that represents us as a people.
Absolutely. That is inspiring. So this year, I believe it's coming with some bit of plot twist. Can you share with us?
Plot.
Yeah, maybe there's something that unique about this year's event.
The uniqueness is what you find out on the day of the event. I mean, if I'm saying it now, it's like, okay, you're saying what we're showing, or you get to experience what I've said already. So come and you see it for yourself.
Definitely. So in an interaction with your media relations not long ago, it did mention that this year's event is taking place on 30th of November.
Yes,
what I know is last year we did it on December. Why the sudden change of date?
Because the date that we're originally supposed to have Rhythms is election day. Yeah, of course, you don't want to have such a huge event on such a very monumental and important date. in Ghana's political history. So we decided to do it a week before elections.
Right, so I know how you've been very outspoken about the National Democratic Congress of which you, during their manifesto launch, you were there to speak about that Mama can change the creative industry. On that night of 30th of November, should we expect a campaign from you?
No, I mean if you're paying attention, Rhythms on the Runway is a brand that's it's on its own. I am a brand on my own. 1957 on its own. You won't find anything connecting the NDC on a Rhythms on the Runway platform or 1957. The NDC's connect is with me as a person, and it ends there. Yeah, exactly. But then again, I mean, I strongly believe in what he's going to do for us. I mean, the people who decided to tell the creative tourism and creative arts, tourism and cultural space what they want to do for us. But then in the case of the NDC, there was actually a sit-down conversation. President Mahama wanted to know what the challenges are. We told him what we'd want to experience, and the manifesto is based on what the industry wants. There's a big difference here. Yeah. Mm.
So we look forward to a spectacular event come 30th of November, and we will be there to support you. Thank you so much. You're great.
TV, we appreciate it.